Wednesday, April 21st, I think. This spot down here in the headland of this field, you can see all these little cattails growing. And when I get closer, you can see all the water standing. We had a severe problem here last spring. I don't know if there's a tile broke, an old stone ditch, what, I don't know. You can see the rest of the field going that way. We worked, but last year being as wet as it was, we didn't plant this bean field until, oh hell, June 15th, I think it was. So we never got to fix this problem. You can see it's a pretty good size area. Last fall, wetter than hell. There's the gator. Here's my cousin Ron's truck. I'll be taking you down here shortly where he's got his excavator right now, so we can figure this issue out. But anyways, last fall, wetter than hell. Never got a chance to get it figured out. So we are now trying to figure it out this spring before we start planting. So that's going to be what you're going to see here in a few minutes, is us trying to figure out what the hell is making this so wet. My cousin has never met a tree he didn't like. Or no, excuse me, I said that wrong. He's never met a tree he liked. But in his defense for this tree, he thinks it's right where a tile ran down through. Because there's a wet spot in this field right here. I don't know how well you can see it. Now I've got it zoomed in. You can see the taller grass right there, in that one little spot from about there to there. He thinks it drains down through here to where he's digging. So that tree is gonna go goodbye. He thinks that will solve part of our problem here and fix this spot. Then we're gonna have to figure out the other spot up there farther by the barn. So I'm gonna assume we're gonna be digging here looking for a tile. Well, we found our problem here. There's an old 3-inch right there horseshoe clay tile. It runs right up to that wet hole up there that I was showing you, where that grass, those weeds are. We were gonna tie into it, but it just keeps breaking. So we dug this new outlet. You can see how much water's coming out of there. And we're just gonna tie into right here with the tile plow and run a new tile up through this field. It's just simpler. Up to that wet hole where you see the weeds. That's just much simpler than screwing around trying to tie into these old horseshoe tiles. My God, you old farts that put this in years ago, God bless you. Dig down like that and put those pieces in. What were they, 10 inches, 12 inches long each piece? Putting them in one piece at a time. Trying to butt the ends up. So we're just gonna let it drain out into this brushy area. Cover this back up. Like I said, run a new piece of tile right from the hole here all the way up to that wet hole. Work smarter, not harder, right? Let me tell you, it's freaking cold out here too. It's about 40 degrees with a 20-mile-an-hour wind, so if it screws up the sound, I'm sorry. Holy shit, it's cold. And we just dug a new outlet up there where we're gonna put a new piece of tile in up by that headland. I'm getting back in the gator. So, all right, I will see you when we do this. Plus, I think we're gonna go to the home farm. Just gonna bring the excavator there. We're gonna put the ditching bucket on it. Start cleaning ditches at home before we come back down and do this tiling. That way we can get everything ready and just do tiling all at once and not be switching back and forth. So, alright, we'll see you. Alright, as you can see, the Gator is back in the shop. I am home. I'm waiting for Ron. He was gonna go get the... Damn, it's cold. He was gonna go get the ditching bucket, bring it here, so I can unload it with the loader tractor. So that's here, and then he's gonna go back and get the excavator, put it on the trailer, and bring it here and unload it here in the driveway somewhere to the shop, because we got to go up, back, and around to get to the ditches that we're gonna do. So probably tomorrow we'll be ditching. I probably will be taking the bucket tractor and leveling off some of the piles that he makes after he cleans the ditches. Show you some of that, show you him cleaning the ditches, and then hopefully in the next, I don't know, 3-4 days, whatever, we'll be going back to doing tiling, and I will film down there what the outlets that, well, you saw the one outlet, I didn't show you the other one. Show you the tiling around here. It's April 22nd. I said it was the 21st, but I never know what the hell day. I know what day of the week it is. I never know what the hell the date is. But, you know, I watch the YouTube videos. Guys out west are starting to get cranked up and going and whatnot. Yeah, we have fields here that are probably dry enough to work, but I've had people ask me, well, how come you guys haven't started planting yet? Well, how come you haven't planted your garden yet? Well, geez, we wake up in the morning to snow, 25 to 30 degrees. That's why we haven't started planting yet. So, because it'll cost me a hell of a lot more to have to replant my garden than it will your little garden. So that's why we haven't started planting yet. When the temperatures at night at least start staying in the 40s, 40 to 45, and daytime temperatures can get in the 50s, pushing 60, then we'll probably start turning some dirt. But today's high was like 40. And this morning we woke up to, I don't know, an inch or so of snow. Obviously it melted off when the sun came out, but it was also like 29 degrees this morning. So not going to plant anything in that weather. So we'll get all this ditching and tiling done, get some videos out on that, and then hopefully we actually start doing some farming. So we'll see you tomorrow probably. Cleaning ditches. Haven't been cleaning in a few years. I got the tractor here to spread the spoils out some. Well, don't pile them too much. One spot. Gotta clean this ditch all the way down through here. Goes to that pond over there. And then there's ditches on the other side of that pond also. I'll wait till he gets a little ways before I start spreading out the spoils. Needs to be done. I hate doing it. You end up with sticks and shit like that in your field, but oh well. This is corn stubble, so it's going to be soybeans, so it'll have a chance to dry up some before we hit it with a disc. I'm zoomed in a little too much here. And of course I can't get it to unzoom. There we go. Unzoom her a little, Scooby. Of course, as you can see, when the town put the culvert pipe in, it doesn't look like it's exactly in the center of the ditch anyhow, but that's not a big surprise. We got this ditch to do that goes beyond that pond I just showed you at the end here. We got another big ditch to do down at the south end of the farm that there's a bunch of tiles running into. And then we've got tiling to do. When we get to the other end of this ditch on the other side of that pond, you'll see where the water's really high, because with all the silt crap that's in here, it hasn't had a chance to drain very well. So we'll come back to you with some more ditch cleaning when we get down towards the other end, and maybe I'll try to film myself leveling off the spoils here, but that might not be so easy to do. Brought my magnet, so maybe I can hook it onto something. Alright, we'll get back to you. As you can see, I'm spreading the stuff out. I don't know if you see it right there. There's a busted up 5-gallon pail. It's amazing what you find in these ditches. That blow in here from maybe the neighbor's house, or so that's what it's looking like. I'm kind of spreading it out. Normally I would just disc this being beans, but I'm gonna have to chisel this part. And that's what it looks like where he's dumping spoils. And right in front of me. So I'll probably end up chiseling this little field up, even though I don't normally chisel for beans. We just hit it with the high-speed Terra disc. But I don't think the disc is gonna fare too well going through that. And I'm not gonna walk out and get that pail right now until this dries up a little more, because I'm afraid that that'll be a little above my work shoes. They'll get nasty. So you can stay right there for now. There's the pond I was telling you about right there. And there's the ditch that we cleaned right there, going all the way down to the road. I don't know if you can see the culvert down there or not. I've got that all back bladed off, the spoils there. Once they dry up, I can hit it with a chisel plow. We got this part of the ditch coming back this way that feeds into the pond, clean. And we're now in the process of cleaning this end. And as you can see, by all the water that's here and the shit that's up there, that ditch was in desperate need of cleaning. So I've started spreading the spoils out here. Boy, this stuff stinks too. I've got it spread out fairly thin enough that I think it'll go through with a big tractor to hit it with a chisel. Again, it's a cornfield where I normally would just hit it with a high-speed disc to plant beans, but I don't want to try to disc that mucky crap up. I'll chisel it to bury it, bury some of the residue that he's digging up. The ditch goes down to that little wooded area, goes through that little wooded area, and then a short ditch behind it. Then we got another ditch down yonder over the hill to do, and that'll be the end of our ditching, and then it'll be tiling. So I don't know if we'll put the tiling on with this video or not. I gotta get in the tractor and get to work here. Oh, maybe the tiling will be a separate video, I don't know. So we'll see how long this is. I haven't been keeping track. If this is the end of this one, subscribe, give me the thumbs up, like it, and ring the bell. I always almost forget that, Scruffy. And also you can check me out on Instagram at Andy the Grumpy Farmer. So we'll see if there's more to this. If not, the next video will be tiling. See ya. Alright, this ditch goes through this little patch of woods, and then on the back side of it goes back to an open ditch, probably 50 yards long, and then it ends. So Cousin Ron's doing his favorite thing right now, smashing trees to get himself through there. Oh, and remember 3-4 videos ago where I was so happy that we got the tractors washed up when we got them out, and I finally got the loader tractor, the 5115M, clean from all the road salt and winter shit? Well, look at her now. Yeah. Chelsea, where are you? I got a job for you when we're done. Yeah, she's ugly. She's ugly now. All right, I'm gonna walk over to the ditch, but as you can see down through here, that's why it's ugly, because I've been spreading out all the spoils. I think I got it thinned out enough so when it gets some sun and wind, it'll dry up enough. Hit it with a chisel plow. But you can see what he's fighting here. He's trying to get through this little wooded area. Let me zoom it in the rest of the way if I can. Come on, zoom for me. Damn it. You can see it's like a waterfall there, so he's got to keep digging. Couple of good things though. This field right out there behind the tractor, a lot of that didn't get planted last spring. Of course, last spring was a nightmare. Everybody knows that. Well, we found this tile outlet right here. Look at her go. She's just a running full force out of there. I don't think we'll have a problem with that spot being wet next year. Now, Ronnie's done a lot of my tiling in the past years. He doesn't remember putting that in. I don't remember putting that in. So I'm thinking my father put it in years ago. And I'd ask my dad, but those of you who watched my videos, if you watched that one called Then and Now where I interviewed my dad, you know he don't remember things anymore. He's pushing 90, so he has the right not to remember things. If we all get there, we'll be lucky. There is a, ooh, this is squishy still. There is a tile outlet down here that we found that comes out of that field over there on the other side of the ditch. That one we did put in. Now I don't see it. Well, it might be underwater right now for now, because how I see it down here, because we've got quite a flow of water coming down through here. Oh, squishy. Once it all gets through, the water level will go down. We'll be able to see it again. Well, anyways, it's right there. You can see the indentation. That indentation in the bank, that's where the tile is. It was showing, but now it's not. Because this water level is getting high now because of the fact that we're getting it clean and it's all coming at once. Once it levels itself out, you can actually see some of these spoils are starting to dry up some now. So maybe if we don't get a lot of rain next week, I can come in here and chisel plow this up, get it buried. Like I said, it's corn stubble, like I said over there. I normally wouldn't chisel plow it, but I would just disc it, but I'm not gonna with all this crap, too much. So, yep, the water level is now getting up to the culvert pipe here level. So this needed to be done desperately. There's the end of the culvert pipe here. Water level over here is still just below it, so it hasn't all come through yet. I'll end up having to check down there by the road, make sure we don't have any crap in it. But so I think I'm gonna end this video. Oh, my shoes. My shoes! They're all muddy now from walking down through there along the ditch. He's down there, unless he gets into some sort of, you know, tricky, interesting situation while going through that little patch of woods, then I'll have to turn the camera back on. Because, you know, we all like the tricky, interesting situations. Like me on the muck last fall. That was beyond tricky and interesting. Walking through the field now, back towards the tractor. Ground is drying up pretty decent here. I think we could actually start working some ground if it wasn't, you know, 25 to 30 degrees every morning when we wake up, like it was again this morning. It's probably mid 40s right now. They're still showing another, I don't know, 3-4 days of this kind of crap. And it looks like towards Sunday into next week, they're finally showing back up in the 50s, maybe getting towards 60. Yay! But, oh my goodness, look at that poor tractor. Those are supposed to be yellow rims too on the front. Tractor looks like the Gator did the other day before I washed it. But anyways, he's in there hacking and whacking. At least I don't have to spread that shit out because he's going to be putting it in that wooded area along the edge of the banks. So I'm probably going to end it, like I said earlier. When we tile, we'll do another video. Him running the tile plow. So subscribe, thumbs up, bell, ring the bell, and follow me on Instagram, Andy the Grumpy Farmer. I'm not grumpy today though, because we're getting shit done. All right, see ya.